21-year-old Danielle Hansen is suing 21-year-old Brenda Carney for assaulting her in a restroom during a party.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 468 on the calendar in the matter of Hansen versus Carney.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Ms. Hansen, it is your claim that Miss Carney assaulted you at a party. It was a Halloween party, and it was being held at some firehouse?
Yes,
a
fire
firehouse.
department.
Adults were there, young people were there. Your parents were there?
Yes.
Were your parents there?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, Miss Carney, your defense is that, yes, you did, in fact, hit her, but she started it.
Yes.
So since you acknowledge that there was a physical altercation, I'm going to let you tell me what happened.
Okay. I had walked in, since the moment I walked in, the first time I saw her, she had called me when I walked by.
I assume you knew her from before?
Yes.
From when before?
A long time ago, like 6 years ago, probably.
Had you seen her in those 6 years?
I don't think so.
What time did you get to this Halloween party?
I have no idea. Probably 9 or so, I don't know.
Was this person with you?
Yes.
What time did you get to the party?
It was at 9.
Okay. So you say you passed her by and she called you a name. Keep going.
Okay, and so we kind of ignored it, and we were sitting at a table.
Not we. I don't want to hear
Okay.
about the we.
Sorry. Okay.
She didn't call anybody else a name. She called you a name.
Yes. Okay, and then we passed by before we went in the bathroom, and she...
Who's we?
Me and 2 other friends. And then by the time we got into the bathroom, we had had altercation. She called me...
No. Listen to me very carefully. Don't look down there. You look here.
Okay.
She called you a name. You ignored it. You sat down. You and your friends went to the bathroom. As you were going to the bathroom, did she say something else to you?
Well, actually, we were going to the other room, which the bathroom is in a hallway, and we're going through the hallway to a different room. And she had said some other things. I don't remember exactly what it was, though.
Directed to you?
Yes.
Okay, and you kept walking? Keep going.
And then a few minutes later, we went into the bathroom, and her friend were in there. And
Okay, so when you got into the bathroom, she was there. Who had to use the restroom?
we went in to do our makeup, actually.
So nobody had to use the restroom?
No.
And when you got into the restroom, the plaintiff was there. She was there with anyone else?
With her friend, I believe.
That would be you. Go ahead.
Okay, and so
Don't
we...
look down. I'm not
sorry.
interested in looking down. I'm interested in looking here.
Okay. And so we had had an altercation. She was saying
Don't
that
tell
I
me
was-
altercation. Altercation is a conclusion. I want you to tell me what happened when you got to the bathroom.
Okay.
She was there already.
Yes.
What was she doing when you walked in?
Standing there. I don't know exactly what she went in the bathroom to do.
What was she doing when you walked in?
She was just standing there. She wasn't doing anything.
She was standing in the bathroom?
Yes, she was standing
Near
in
the
bathroom.
sink?
Yeah, well, it's kind of small, so yeah, near the sink, I guess you could say.
And what happened?
Okay, and I walked in there, and she said, "Oh, you must have not heard me." And I said, "Yeah, I did hear you." And then we just got into this argument about my ex-boyfriend.
No. You must have not heard me.
Okay.
Yes, I heard you. She said, you said, come on.
She was saying how my boyfriend liked her and wanted her, and I was nothing to him, blah, 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 blah.
You mean you're talking about 6 years ago?
Exactly, yes, 6 years ago.
Go ahead. And?
And so I just said, "You could have him if you want him. He's not mine anymore, blah, blah, blah." And then she was just on and on about how much he wanted her, blah, blah, blah. So it made me mad. So I threw my water at her out of my cup. And so she started to come towards me. I hit her. She pulled onto my hair. And then her dad came into the bathroom and grabbed me out and said, "You can either go out in cuffs or you can go out yourself." So I said, "Okay, I'm going out myself." Went outside with Whitney. And she came running out and pushed me and said, "Oh, it's all right, Danielle, I got her," and ran back into the bathroom. And so when we left, we went down to our car, and her dad walked by and said, "Oh, just remember, little girl, this isn't over yet." So I was like, okay. And they drove by about probably 10 minutes later, right before we were leaving, and they were calling me and stuff when they were driving by. So
That has nothing to do with the assault.
okay,
You
well, asked
assaulted
what
her.
happened, so I told you.
You assaulted her.
Okay.
What part didn't you understand that you assaulted her? You can't throw water on her. That's an assault. And let's go through it very slowly. Remember, you don't have to have a good memory if you tell the truth. You threw water on her, and then what happened?
And then she came at me, so
Then
I
she
hit her.
came towards you,
Okay.
and then you hit her,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Where did you hit her?
Her face, I think.
You can't do that.
Okay.
Is that what happened?
No, it's not what happened at all.
So I've just heard a whitewashed version of what happened?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Okay,
This
it was-
is bad enough.
Yeah. It was about 10:30 at night on October 25th, and I had not seen her that whole night. I didn't know she was there. Me and Ashley went into the bathroom to go to the bathroom. And about 30 seconds, about 30 seconds to a minute later, she comes in with 2 of her friends. And I say, "Hi, Brenda." She goes, "Why are you saying hi to me?" I said, "Because I was just trying to be nice." She replies, "Why, because you my boyfriend?" And I said, "No, I didn't have sex with your boyfriend." She comments about my chin, insults me, so I say something about her hair. I walk towards the restroom, turn my face, and she hits me in my eye. And I have pictures to prove it.
What about the water? Didn't she throw water?
She didn't throw water on me. She hit me once. I kneeled down, I come back up, and I pulled her hair. She hit me again in the same eye. I let go of her hair, I grab my face, and my friend Ashley pulls me into the stall. And I hear my dad's voice. He comes in to the bathroom, and I hear him. So I open the stall, and he says 3 times to her, "You need to get out of the bathroom. You need to leave the bathroom." And as they are leaving the bathroom, her friend turns around, throws her drink on my face, into my eye.
Which friend?
I don't remember.
Which friend?
Don't remember.
Which friend?
Which friend it was?
Don't speak!
Okay.
Which friend?
It was our friend Brianna.
That was
I
after
love
I
it
was gone then.
when it all... Shut up. I gave you an opportunity to speak first, right? Everybody else was quiet.
Yes.
If I had let you answer the question, you would have said nobody threw a drink at her. That's why I asked her.
Okay.
Because then I got an honest answer.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Danielle Hansen says Brenda Carney assaulted her in the restroom during a Halloween party. Brenda claims that Danielle was the aggressor.
Okay. You have medical bills?
Yes.
I'd like to see them, please. What do you do for a living, Miss Carney?
I'm a waitress
Where?
at Buffalo Hill Cafe in Georgetown.
How long have you been there?
About 6 years, 5 or 6 years.
Who do you live with?
I live with my mom,
Anybody else?
my dad, and my brothers.
How come you didn't have her arrested?
Can I speak?
I would have had her arrested.
Your Honor, I'm Steve Hampson. I'm her dad. We did call the police. The first 2 sheriffs that did show up interviewed my daughter and had to go to the hotel to get the defendant out of the bar. They took her statement. A 3rd sheriff arrived and basically took over the whole situation. We felt it was kind of biased because the sheriff knew the family.
I assume somebody knew a family.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
I assume somebody knew a family.
No. Okay.
I assume somebody called somebody who knew a family.
We didn't know any of the sheriffs that were there that night.
I didn't say you.
Okay, I'm just letting you know we had no idea who they were, so.
I didn't say you.
Okay.
Family, I said.
Or my family.
No, I don't believe that at all. Because with this kind of injury, I just found out the story. I asked you what happened. You acknowledged that you assaulted her. I assume you said the same thing to the sheriff who came. I assume you did because you told me that you assaulted her. So I don't understand if you assaulted her and caused her physical injury, why you weren't arrested unless somebody knew something. Unless somebody knew somebody. Certainly pleased that you're working, my darling. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I wanted to go to the bathroom. I needed to go to the bathroom. I turned my head and she hit me.
She was very upset, holding her face. You know, it was pretty obvious that she had been assaulted.
If someone just says, "Hi, how are you?" What would give me the reason to punch him in the face?
I didn't do anything to her.
She had just said that she wished I wasn't wearing the same costume as her.
We were wearing the same costume. I think she was just a little mad because I looked better in mine.
Not sound biased, but yes, my daughter did look a lot better in the costume.
Get over small stuff.
Well, I'll never hit anyone again. That's for sure.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Morris versus Morones, step forward, please.
19-year-old Pura Morris is suing her co-worker, Felicia Morones, for borrowing her Toyota Camry and wrecking it.
Miss Morris, the defendant borrowed your car.
Yes.
You were co-workers?
Yes.
And she totaled the car. You want her to pay for the car because while you had liability insurance on the car, you didn't have collision insurance on the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And the defendant says that the accident was not her fault, and therefore she's not responsible for the damage. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. When did you borrow her car?
In the first couple of weeks of November.
When did you borrow your car?
November 8th.
See, when you lose property that you pay for, you remember the date that you lose it.
Right.
When you don't pay for property, you don't even remember the date that you lost the property.
Well,
November 8th. Tell me under what circumstances she borrowed the car.
It was about 1:30 and she was getting off a couple hours before I did, and she wanted
Where do you work?
Taco Bell as my second job. She got off about 1:30 and I was supposed to close to be getting off at 4, and she had asked to borrow the car. And I really didn't want to give it to her at first.
I don't care whether you wanted to give it to her or not. I want to know what you said to her and what she said to you.
She asked to borrow the car. She said she was going to go check and see who was at a club, and I told her she could not borrow my car if she was going to be drinking. She said, okay, well, then I'll just go home. And when I got off, she was supposed to come back up there and bring the car to me. And under them circumstances, she could borrow the car. I didn't want her to walk home at 1:30 in the morning. It's a bad part of town.
Well, if you hadn't lent her the car, how did you intend to get home?
Well, I have my husband to pick me up. He would come pick me up if I called him. She offered.
Just answer my question. When you didn't borrow her car,
Right.
how did you get home at 1:30 in the morning?
My manager, or like I would call somebody to come, you know, pick
At
me up.
1:30 in the morning?
Yes.
Like who?
My kid's dad or the manager, she would clock out and take me home if I needed.
Go ahead.
She had kept asking to borrow the car, and so finally I said, all right, well, just pick me up when it's over.
What kind of car did you have?
A 98 Toyota Camry.
And this Taco Bell job is your second job.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your first job?
I work at a doctor's office.
Where's your husband to?
He's a medical assistant.
Saving up some money?
Kind of. We just bought a house, so it's pretty much, we saved up to buy the house, and then we found out that it went through, and
How much money had you saved, Miss Morris?
A little over $2,000.
How long did it take you?
Month and a half, about 2 months.
So you work a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
What about your husband? Does he work a lot?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you live with?
With my husband,
What does he do for a living?
he makes printing ink.
Okay. So you borrowed her car.
She offered her car.
I don't care whether she offered it or not. You borrowed her car. How old are you?
32.
You borrowed her car. You have a problem? You want me to give you the definition of borrow?
No, I know the definition.
Good. You borrowed her car.
Okay.
And what happened?
Well, I was at work and I was getting off early.
I heard that already. You were getting off early and you wanted to go home. And you didn't want to call your manager.
Well,
or
I
the
didn't want to
father
go
of your
home. I told her I
children.
wanted to go out.
You wanted to go out.
Yes, to
How
a
old are your
club.
children?
At home with their father.
How old are they, I said?
How old? From 16 to 5.
So you wanted to go out to a club. For what?
To have a couple of drinks.
With whom?
With just myself and whoever friends I saw there.
What about going home to your husband and children?
Well, I mean, occasionally I'll like go, you know, out with friends and we'll, you know, go out, drink or whatever, so.
You borrowed the... Did you steal the car?
No, I did
Look,
not.
Look, all right, let's try to make this simple, even for you. Did you buy the car?
No.
Did you steal the car?
No.
Did you have possession of the car?
Yes.
Didn't steal it, and you didn't buy it.
So
Then you borrowed it.
Okay.
She didn't lose it. She didn't sell it. She loaned it to you.
Right.
You borrowed it from her. Now do you understand?
Yes.
Perfect. So tell me what happened to the car.
Okay, I was coming from the club because they were already closed. So I was just in the parking lot, so I just got back in the car, and then I took off, and then I was on the way to go home to change my clothes.
Change your clothes to do what?
Because I had on my Taco Bell uniform.
So what were you changing into?
I was gonna go change like into some jeans and a t-shirt, and then, cause she didn't have to get off till 4. And then when I was driving, a truck is coming towards my way on the other side. So then he decides to get in my lane, and I'm thinking he's gonna move, and then he doesn't. So it's either I have a head-on collision, or what I did is I swerved, and when I swerved, there was like a ditch there with a little like boulder thing, and I like hit the boulder thing, and like when I did, it had like I could hear it like scrape the whole bottom of the car, and I went into like a little ditch where there was trees and stuff. So
Did you call the police?
no, I did not.
Why not?
Because the car started back up after the airplanes.
Well, you just
airbags
heard, you were
deployed.
just in almost a terrible accident. You heard that the car was damaged by hitting the underside of the car. A truck caused that damage, according to you. Truck caused that damage because it was traveling the wrong way on a highway. It was in your lane.
Not on a highway.
On a street.
On the street, yes.
It was going the wrong way in your lane on a street. So traveling in a very hazardous way, causing your accident. Why didn't you call the police?
Well, I
How about
didn't.
because I didn't have a license?
Right.
How about that?
Because I didn't have a license.
That would be an answer. Why did you take possession of her car without...
was aware of
I'm
that.
speaking. Don't tell me what she was aware of. Why did a 32-year-old woman take possession of a car, drive a car, without a license? Why?
Just, I don't know, just because. Just did.
Well, then you pay for it. Can I get the book value of this car, please? 1998 Toyota
Camry.
Camry.
She willingly handed the keys over to me, though.
You're a fool. Let me tell you all the things that you said to me today that suggest to me that you're a fool. First, that you had no responsibility because she offered you the car. Second, that you think that I believe that someone else caused this accident, despite the fact that you took the car, went to a club 1:30 in the morning, instead of going home after a shift of work to be with your husband, because you used that word loosely, because you at first said the father of my children would come and pick me up. Then you said husband. So somebody is home with your kids while you're out clubbing. That makes you a fool. The next thing that you say is a fool is that she's responsible because she handed over the keys to you. That makes you a fool. Only a fool takes a car to drive it. I'm speaking on a public street without a license, who's 32 years old, who has a child as old as 16. If your child who was 16 who doesn't have a license takes a car and drives it on the street, he'll wind up in jail. That's where you should have been. At the price.
1998 Camry.
Yeah, good condition.
Private party, $5,100.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Get a new car, get it fixed so that we have a family car again.
She offered me to, to loan me the car.
I told her she couldn't have the car if she was going to be drinking, and she said, okay, well, then I won't go. So I said, all right, well, then you can borrow it as long as you go home.
That's not the first time she loaned me the car. And I went to the club with her before to drink.
Well, I didn't want her to walk. It's a bad part of town. I mean, we have people in the parking lot that get jumped and beat up, and I wouldn't want that to happen to someone.
It was just an accident, it wasn't my fault. I was responsible with her car before. That's why she loaned it to me again.
We just bought a house, and it's just a money issue. So, but now everything's good.
I learned my lesson, and nobody takes care of your things like you do.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं हूं आपका होस्ट मोहम्मद अहमद। JFC जावेद शेख फाउंडेशन आज है नवा रोज़ा और नवा रोज़ा भी इख्तिताम पज़ीर होने वाला है और इंशाल्लाह दुआएं चल रही हैं और आप जिस तरह देख सकते हैं कि लोगों का जमे गफ़ीर माशाल्लाह अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रोज़ ब रोज़ बढ़ रहा है। ये खिदमत हमारी है, हम इनकी खिदमत करेंगे और ये हमें अपना मौका दे रहे हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। अभी कुछ दिन पहले राशन बटा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अभी फिर से इंशाल्लाह 10 से 15 दिन बाद फिर 15वें रोज़े को या 20वें रोज़े को फिर से इंशाल्लाह हम राशन बांटेंगे इन्हीं गरीबों में और इनकी दुआओं से हम आगे जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह। ये चलते हैं हम कैंप की तरफ। ये हमारा कैंप है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, आप देख सकते हैं सारे रज़ाकार लगे हुए हैं। ये चेक करें, JFC जावेद शेख फाउंडेशन आप देख सकते हैं सामने। ये देखें, ये दुनिया देखें कि भाई खिदमत का मौका चल रहा है यहाँ पे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह और अल्लाह का शुक्र है। ये देखें, ये फैमिलीज़ चल रही है यहाँ पे, फैमिलीज़ बैठी हुई है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।